a crazy opening weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards. At the 20. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Fields. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Bears 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Fields. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Edmonds. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run once more with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses. Just
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Colts! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Oh, the return is Jones from the end. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On first down, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Fields. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third and 2, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, it's Fields.
Flush to his right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Fields. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Fields. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, it's Carr. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that will set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. To throw his Carr.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Play action. Now it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
He's got the lane, and there he goes.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field, because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Another carry now for Edmonds. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On play action, Fields.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now it's Fields. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Carr, gotta have this one.
Pass complete to Taylor.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
All eyes on Fields.
Short little throw to Ebron. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Edwards. Touchdown Bears!
Bryan Edwards.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Andy. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Borregales now on for the point after.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. Down to about the 32.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.